What's up? What's up? How's everyone doing tonight? Please, time travel tells us to hit the like button. I suggest you do so. Thank you, Lynn Paul. I hope everyone's having a wonderful evening tonight. Awaken One, hello, my friend. Good to see you here. Yeah, military spec ops monkey already arrested. Space Shot 2. What do you mean they were arrested? We're going to need you to call in here in a few moments. Sony Skies, good to see you too, my friend. Like the beat, Praying Medic next, and Matrix, game over. Alec Courier, we need to get into these topics. I am not seeing any mods. I texted them, so Great Gazoo, welcome. Ashley87, Ashley, North Carolina. No, we're not. I have it blocked right now. We're going to wait till everybody comes in, everybody gets settled, everybody gets their tea or their beer or their water, and we take a nice seat together and we relax. Warrior for Christ. Brown Eyes Rule. Brown Eyes Rule said they've been following T.R.U. reporting for a year now. I can't blame you, let's be honest. We're having a great time. You're found a very organic grassroots channel, and there's nothing better, my friends. Great to see you too, Lynn Freeman, Keegan Simons, what is up, my friend? Glad to have you. KT Cleans a lot from Maryland. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Hey, Karen Lee, welcome, neighbor from Charleston, South Carolina. Barbara Perry, always such a great familiar name to speak with, my friend. Great to have you aboard. Alec Courier, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Brown Eyes Rule, hello. Welcome to see you. Welcome to have you. We have a lot of information to go over today. John 48 says, who owns Fox? Who contributed to the HTC Foundation? Now you know why they canceled Judge Janine. Yes. What's up with Barr? Barr is a patriot, Lynn Paul. Barr is in place as one of the sledgehammers. Who's arrested? Praying Medic / game over? Brown Eyes Rule. No, I don't believe so. I think Praying Medic left because he did not want to get deleted. He didn't want to get suspended from Twitter. Scott Caldwell, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Hey, Vicky, that is so sweet. Thank you. She says, I look forward to your show every night. Keep up the good work. Well, I appreciate you coming and talking and speaking with us. Awesome. Andrea Prang from Hawaii, welcome. I think we're about to open the phones. I think we're going to get here. We do not have any mods in here thus far, which is okay. But what we're going to do, Keegan Simmons, yes, sir. I definitely got your email. I have moved on from the New Zealand false flag. I'm going to say that because I've yet to be censored. They did take away the 16-minute or 16-second video that I posted within the 22-minute video. And, they like to censor. This is what they do. Praying Medic left to care for his wife. Sure. I don't know if that's the correct response. I believe he left because he didn't want to get suspended. What was it? B. Aviv. Hello, True Reporting. Lots of love from Flanders, Belgium. Are you familiar with Ned Flanders? I'm a huge Simpsons fan. I hope you are too. Guys, before we get into any of this, if you would care to donate to the channel, you definitely can. You can go to my PayPal or my Patreon. I will leave descriptions into the chat. If not, you can go to my to the super chat, which is the $ below the actual chat, and we can definitely you can definitely donate that way. Even $1 or $2 is worth it. Because my friends, we are doing really well. We're about 250 followers away from 10,000 followers on Twitter. We need to get that number up, which is awesome. Censorship is un-American, Victoria. I completely agree. Kathy asks, is praying still on YouTube? I do not know. Yeah, one suicide so far, which is part of the Clinton Foundation, my friends. Let's take some calls. How about that? Does everything sound good? Are we good? If I donate, will you then answer the question? Leap Appling, answer. Yeah, just send me a question. Jesus. There's no reason to be so derogatory, so negative. Send me a question. What do you want to know? Is it something that you can't answer for yourself? Everybody sounds good. Absolutely great. That's what I wanted to hear. Hilda McKenzie, welcome everyone. Well, Leap Appling, I mean, if you send it in an email, is that what you said? We need to talk about these new Q posts because I'm about to release a podcast talking about this stuff. Oh, absolutely, Kelly. If you don't think Q is real at this point, there's no hope. If you want to call, the number is 803-399-0044. Yes, Cindy Zach, Q is very real. Grouchy Ed, yes, Suicide Weekend, I believe, is this week because we've already seen people commit. You know, they've X'd themselves out to be PC. We'll say they're gone. Sony Skies, thank you. Nimi says shills are going to shill. Yeah, they will. They will. Wayne Hales, I think you're crazy, man.
Call from
Fort Worth.
to accept.
To be.
Hello, my friend. Would you please mute the stream?
Thomas?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
It's Rose from Fort Worth. What's up?
I'm doing good, my friend. How are you?
Doing good. Did I get through? Are we online?
We are online. Just give me 1 second. This is about an 8-second delay. What's your name, my friend?
Roach.
Hey, Roach. Does Roach sound good? I would like to. We have a 5-5 on Roach. Give me 1 second. Yeah, David McAteer, war drummer is a disgrace. I agree. It's Roach 5-5. Can we hear Roach?
Everybody hear me?
We'll let it catch up. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're 5-5. Go ahead, Roach. Go for it.
Hey, what's been going on? What's been going on in y'all's world? I've been on vacation. I had to step away. I was going crazy with all this stuff, man. I've been following this from day one since Trump got elected. And I had to step away, so I haven't been really keeping up with anything.
Well, I mean, I think Trump spoke with today he has spoken with the people who are building tanks in West Ohio, and basically he said, that ISIS is completely wiped out of Syria, and that we are, as of tonight, actually, literally as of tonight, ISIS is completely diminished.
Good. And there'll be 200 people, and he's going to leave 200 of our soldiers there.
Correct, which is basically, nothing. It's just for them to be there to, basically hold the ground, and I think to put people at ease.
Yeah. Hey, Thomas, what do you think's going on with all that military movement up there around the UK? You heard about that?
No, sir. Bring me up to speed.
Well, like I said, I haven't been keeping up with it too closely, but I did hear that there was some military exercises around the UK anticipating a Russia attack. But we all know Russia ain't going to attack no damn buddy.
No. Like I've been saying is that, you have Russia, you have Russia, North Korea, China, and the United States. Those are the big four. Those are the ones who are running the big scheme of things. And I think we're well insulated. It's not just the president. I think it's Americans. We just got to stay away from populated areas, in my opinion. Just be aware of false flags. Be vigilant.
Man, I keep track of your damn kids, too.
Yeah, don't get your kids snatched up, because there's a lot of pedophilia out there.
Yeah, my wife. I found out my wife's got cancer today, man. I gotta.
Oh Jesus, my condolences go to you, my friend. And what I offer is that she thinks positive, she prays. She really needs to look. You sound like a Southern guy. Where are you from?
Texas, Fort Worth.
Okay, I'm from South Carolina, my friend. So, what I suggest, if you don't look into a lot of things that the things that can really heal you, or positive affirmations, and I would. I'm not saying stay astray from medical advancements, but just be wary of those, my friend, because I'm not a new age guy, but I do know there's a lot of corruption within the medical field.
Yeah, hey, it's just like the medical field, and I did some research on this. This youngster I know about. Hey, in the early 1900s, the Rockefeller and the rich men, which the same people who started the Federal Reserve, and the same fuckers that are our problem today. In the early 1900s, they went to war with modern and natural medicine.
Yes.
And that's what happened. And a lot of people don't understand that, because, God, it's so hard making a living. It takes so damn much throughout the week just for what a man's got to do just to be able to take care of his family in a way where he don't feel completely useless. We can't never take care of our family. I can't never take care of my woman and my kids the way I want to, but I work my ass off all week, and I do it the best I can. Hey, and you know what? People don't know this stuff, Thomas. And that's where they got us over. That's where they got us over the barrel, by our ignorance of stuff that we don't have time to research, because they make the prices so damn high, and the medicine so high, and
Sure.
the wages so low, and the freaking everything so bad. It's all controlled, man.
Sure. Well, what I would give my advice to you, and this is not from, a medical standpoint. This is from, research I've done on my own, and I feel like I've done. I don't sway one way or the other, my friend, but I definitely suggest that, which has really helped me, is if you can get some. And I am pro medicinal marijuana, because my wife's first cousin. Go.
Promise. That's the exact route that we are definitely going. The Rick Simpson oil. Do you know about that?
Sure, absolutely.
That's where we're going. I'm fixing to go that route. I know all about it.
Well, there's a reason that Trump legalized CBD oil. It helps me sleep.
Sure, man. Sure.
I do it now. I mean, I've vaped CBD oil on the podcast, and it helps me sleep. My mom has osteoporosis, which means that she has very, very high pain with arthritis and everything. And I'm actually bringing her the vape that I use to try it out tomorrow. So, what I suggest to your wife is to definitely try. If medicinal marijuana is near you, this does not have THC, but it is CBD oil. Why don't you try it and see how it does, and then get back to us, my friend.
I can go ahead and tell you right now what we think about it. Hey, we like CBD, but I also like THC. I'm on the other side.
That's
Everybody
okay, man.
seems like they're ashamed to say that they like THC. You know what? THC chills me out at the end of the day where I ain't got to drink a beer. And you know what? I'm not killing my liver and doing all the other crazy stuff alcohol does to me.
Well, good for you, my friend. All I ask is that why don't you reach back to us in about a week, 7 days, and just tell us how things are going pain-wise for your wife. And I hope to hear from you soon, my friend.
I will, Thomas. You know what? Hey, you know what? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. I appreciate you talking with me, sir.
Hey, my man, call back anytime, all right?
Oh, yeah, brother. Hey, God bless you, and God bless everything that you love, youngster.
Thank you, my friend. Take care, my friend.
I'll let you.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, what a great guy. We got Phoenix, Arizona in the house. Let's do it.
Call from
Matthew Sims.
Hey, Matthew, how are you tonight?
Hey, your hat is looking crisp as always, my friend.
Is this Snafu?
Snap. Yeah, I mixed up. I got caught. My phone was glitching right when I got your voicemail.
Oh, you're good, man. Yeah,
So
I just got what's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Hey, man. So I wanted to just say that optics are there with this John McCain thing, and I encourage everyone to go check out his Songbird tapes out. As we know, history is being rewritten with the Democrats. They don't want our kids to learn cursive, which our Constitution, as we know, they're trying to rewrite. And we know the attacks on it and the gun rights and everything. We know the attacks. So they try and rewrite history all the time. And there's a lot of Vietnam vets that will tell you that no matter what we know, and especially with the QAnons, and especially how we know and what we believe happened to John McCain and things to that nature, I encourage everyone to go remember what the past brought on what really happened and his POW history and
Sure.
his old Songbird tapes and what really happened, because Trump's very vocal about it now, and these trials are starting to come up now. And I also wanted to point out, it's very interesting that Trump did a speech at with the tanks, because 3 days ago or whatever, NBC put out the tape from Russia making threats, saying that if we put missiles out in the Europe, that they would actually hit mainland. They were threatening mainland United States. I don't know if you knew about that.
Oh no, I did know about that, but I did watch that whole the whole speech, and before he left, when he was talking to the press on the White House lawn, he was definitely showing that ISIS, the scroll, or basically the paperwork showing that, ISIS will be depleted, will be decimated by the end of the night. I think there's something. I think there's something to that. And if you aren't following, my friends, if you aren't following the Q post tonight, I'm going to release a podcast. I have not done it yet, but we definitely need to cover what in the hell these Q posts mean. They're very. They're very telling, and I'm not one to decode Q. I follow Q every day, but there's better people out there that do decode it. But in my tonight, I will bring forth those Q posts because a lot's going on. There's a reason. The caller is talking about John McCain. We're talking about John McCain. Trump's talking about John McCain. There's a reason for all of this. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I do actually. Like I said, it's just so much is going on. Something that really got me is, something that you said you didn't know is Russia has been making big threats, and with the Venezuela thing going on, and then with the Q post going on, and you got to think, if we do go into a form of world war, and then the tribunals do go on at the same time, which would make it even more easier for the tribunals to happen.
Sure.
I mean, it would make it even more easier for these tribunals to happen if we go into a form of world war status, which would make it even more easier for a form of martial law to happen for the communities. It really kind of is falling out. And it was just really interesting because if you go look at 3 days ago, NBC, ABC, threw the footage out there of Russia straight up saying if we put missiles deploy missiles out in Europe, that they will hit mainland, any factories that make missiles here in the United States. They actually threatened United States mainland just 3 days ago. Russia did.
Well, that could be optics. I don't believe that. I don't know about all of that, but Snafu, I appreciate your call. I got many more calls to get to. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Yeah, I'm going to check your thing out about Q, man. As always, it's a pleasure, man. Keep that hat crisp, as always, dude.
It's always crisp. That bill is crisp. I'll talk to you later, my friend.
Live crisp. Live crisp.
Yeah, guys. So a great turnout tonight, my friends. Really good to hear from everybody. Like I said, we will be going over many Q posts tonight. Like I said, I usually do not talk about Q posts, but tonight I will because they're pretty straightforward. And you need to be following Hannity as Fox News is crumbling before our very eyes. I think that all of us, especially Q followers, need to follow Sean Hannity. And, it is what it is. That's what we need to do. McCain was a rhino. McCain wasn't just a rhino, he was a traitor. So, like I said before, my friends, you can definitely donate to the channel by going to my PayPal or Patreon, or you can go down to the super chat, which is below the chat, the $, and donate whatever you would care to. If you are not financially able to donate, then you could definitely just leave a like, which I would love. Janice Perry, what is up? Joanne Dillon, welcome. Ashley 87. Mother of all bombs, she says, on the way. Absolutely. I think if you've watched the Devin Nunes interview with Sean Hannity, you will be definitely baffled because I think a lot is taking place behind the scenes. I don't think they're going to go after Hannity. I think, yeah, Snafu, I told you those Q posts are very interesting. Is the mic too hot? Is this too hot? Are we looking good? Are we sounding good? Thank you, Sir Galad Lives. Thank you, my friend. Very kind of you.
Call from
Michael Miller.
Michael Miller, what is up, my friend? How are you?
Well, about this shooting in New Zealand, I'm concerned that these people are video gamers. Like most of the mass shooters, like the ones in the U.S., were heavy video gamers. And I think that you can mind control somebody through the video game. You hack it, not just the violence of the video games. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about subliminal
control through the video game. Was this guy in New Zealand a video gamer like Pollock?
I don't believe gamer. I don't even think Pollock was either. I think that these guys are definitely MK Ultra. Post from what it is basically explaining is that these people are, I think that what is extremely scary, let's just be honest, it's extremely terrifying, is that they're able through MK Ultra, through cell phone technology, to be able to, I believe there's a thing called sleeper cells. And if you don't believe in them, then I suggest looking into them, researching just the word sleeper cells. And I believe they're
Manchurian candidate.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Manchurian candidate. There you go. 100%. I believe that
I think they're doing it through the video game now.
I mean, that is very well possible. I believe that they're definitely doing through the, you could be doing it through an Ethernet, and you could be doing it through 5G. You could be doing it through a lot of, definite communication Wi-Fi networks. And that's how they're doing it, my friend, to be honest. I mean,
I wanted to raise the issue so that people could look into that.
Well, you're raising the issue, and I'm right there with you. I totally agree that it could happen to any of us. And like I read in a podcast before, I don't know if anyone took my basically the point of it was when you go to bed and you have a cell phone next to your head, which I always do, put it on airplane mode. And I did it last night. It was an experiment.
Well, I got my Wi-Fi blocker cloth.
Well, good for you. I like I said, that if you put it on airplane mode, just see if you sleep better. I think it could be a very good experiment to do. I did it, and I slept very good last night.
Yeah, I buy the Wi-Fi blocker cloth.
Well, I hope you sleep well.
Yeah, well, this thing bothers me.
I know it does. It bothers a lot of people.
I just want to raise the issue with your listeners, and if anybody knows if this guy was a video gamer, heavy video gamer, to raise that also.
Well, I appreciate your call. I appreciate your concern, man. I thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye. Yeah, we have Torque Mata Rex says, I have been playing video games for more than 30 years, and I do not have the feel to go and kill someone. My friend, I'm right there with you. Denver, Colorado.
Minister Timothy.
Minister Timothy, how are you?
Pretty good. Long time no hear there, Thomas.
Oh, so you've been a follower for a while?
Yes, sir, I have.
Well, let me have it. What's on your mind, my friend?
I had a very good question. Do you know who David Zublik is?
Yes, I do.
And what do you think? What's your opinion on him?
I believe, and if anyone wants to take this personally, then take it personally, but I believe that he is a sensationalist.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of, because I just watched one of his things on the Clintons.
Because you want to know why? Because you're a smart man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know what's really going on out there, and your last call that you had on there talking about the nuclear war and stuff. Everything's right now is just it's a wall that's being put up to keep everything hidden for us to find out here a little bit later. They want us talking about other stuff. They don't want us talking about like the tribunals and stuff, because if it came out, people ain't going to take it right.
Well, yeah, sure. So, I mean, I understand, and I believe tribunals are right around the corner.
Yeah. The other thing is Judicial Watch. If you've been following Tom Fitton, they just had some recent stuff come out with that on the Clintons and getting some federal indictments put in play.
Absolutely, yeah. Tom Fitton of Judicial Watch is one to watch. I believe that he is definitely getting inside information, definitely a patriot. I believe he is on a higher forum than Sean Hannity.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Anything new on Q for the drops? I haven't seen anything.
Oh my goodness, yeah. There's a lot of wonderful drops tonight. I'm going to go over those. I'm going to release a podcast probably around 11 o'clock tonight. I'm going to release a lot of information. One podcast on adrenochrome, which was released at the beginning of the year, which no one's covered. I know Red Pill 78 covered a lot on adrenochrome, and I'm gonna add a little bit to that. Me and Red Pill 78 are pretty close friends. When in comparison to this Q movement, I would say he's the closest friend I have. So,
okay, that's good.
Yeah, he's a patriot for sure, and he's grassroots. So, I've
been waiting to hear anything from Julian Assange, and I haven't heard anything about him.
Well, I can. Do you want to hear something? And I think this goes for everyone who's watching. I don't know how many people are watching. We can check right now. Real quick.
Because I truly feel they've been keeping him quiet until it started happening. All of a sudden, he's just going to open up out of nowhere.
So there's over 300 people watching right now, and to be honest, I believe that Julian Assange is being held captive by the deep state. He is not dead. I have said many a time, and the other person that definitely helps me with this channel is literally 90% me, and then 10% my friend who gives me advice, who's a very smart person. We have both come to the conclusion that Julian Assange is being held by deep state. He is not going to be murdered, but that basically pushes forward the evidence that WikiLeaks is compromised. If it was not compromised, then Julian Assange would be in control. But I think Julian Assange is definitely held captive, which is not good. But still alive, which is positive.
Well, if they ended up killing him anyway, he'd be a martyr, and then that just opened up a whole new can of worms they don't want.
I disagree, Teresa Martin. I do not believe Julian Assange is being safely guarded. Otherwise, WikiLeaks would not be compromised.
Yeah.
So
no, they don't want to harm him. That's
no, they don't want to harm him. I don't believe he's dead. But what I'm saying is, what's your name, caller?
Minister Timothy.
Minister Timothy. Let's just be right out in the open. If somebody was holding you hostage and they were going to say, well, we're going to kill your family and everyone in it, would you say that you were safely guarded and you're going to let WikiLeaks flow freely? You're going to say, well, go F yourself. I'm going to keep WikiLeaks as it was. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to say you're going to protect your family. So what I believe is that Julian Assange is definitely held behind deep state enemy lines and to protect his family. And that's the reason that WikiLeaks is now compromised. It makes complete sense to me.
Well, then we need to just focus on other things like we've been doing and keeping the positive attitude going, because that's what's working right now.
Sure, exactly. And Minister, thank you for calling, and call back anytime, my friend. God bless you.
Absolutely. God bless you.
Take care, my friend. Woo-wee, what a wonderful stream tonight, my friends. We are on a roll. Nick Savage, I thought the same thing, that Julian Assange was murdered through hours and hours within the past couple of days. I definitely believe that he is not I don't believe that he has been murdered. I think that he's good to go. Yeah, Snafu Snaps even agrees. Yeah. Yes, that's a good theory, True. Thank you. Wagon Wheel, good to have you aboard, my friend. I can't believe we don't have any mods. I think I don't know. I don't think the deep state would have assassinated him. Do you want to know why? You want me to dunk on that theory, Teresa Martin, and not be negative on you because I love you? The reason being is because he has a kill switch. He has a dead man switch.
Call from
Bill.
Hey, Bill, how are you, my friend?
Hey.
Go for it, man. What's up?
Yeah, I just want to make a point. I don't think computer games are to blame. I think it's the niggers.
Where are you from, man? Are you from South Africa?
The UK.
Why are you trying to troll me? Are you not? What are you doing?
Yep.
You see, I combat the trolls. Do you think the trolls control me? I'm a troll. Feliciano, I do not believe Julian Assange is safe. Or otherwise, WikiLeaks would be up and running. Ellen McCormick, God bless you too. Yeah, he was a troll. He got dunked on. What's your thought on 737 planes? Well, you can think of Malaysia flight, whatever that was. These planes, as Q has told us, 7 out of 10 planes are brought down. And it is. That's what it is. Hawaii.
Call from
Bennett.
Hello, Bennett. How are you, my friend?
Oh my gosh. I got on.
Hey, man. Absolutely. What's on your mind, my friend? Good to hear from Hawaii.
Yeah, calling in from Maui, Hawaii. Been riding the Q train since November of 2017.
Good for you, man.
Voted for Trump.
Well, that's even better.
Yep, love what you do. Your hard work. You know, we are the news now, man. Guys like you and other YouTube channels are just putting in lots of hard work, and we really appreciate it out here, even all the way out in Hawaii.
Well, I hope to visit there one day. I've never been west. I've been northeast and I've been midwest, but I've never been west. And I know it's beautiful there.
Yeah, you got to get out here one day, man. You got to hook up on Maui as far as I go.
Go for it, man. What's on your mind tonight?
Oh, man, I'm not even really sure. I just was listening to the conversations. I mean, we were talking about No Name. I just watched the Trump speech, and he really, you know, some people might get rubbed the wrong way if someone's talking about someone that's deceased and they can't more or less defend themselves. But Trump was just letting everyone know why he had a hard time with it, because No Name got that dossier and sent it right to the FBI.
Sure,
So
and
it probably false.
And you know what, man? He's validating what Q has told us, right?
Right.
And doesn't it make you so frustrated? Like, I listen to a lot of conservative news channels. Even comedians who are conservative, and they don't get it, man. They do not get it. And when I bring it to their attention, I even showed them. I called tonight. I called Nick DiPaolo. I don't know if you know who that is. Nick DiPaolo.
I've heard that name.
Oh man, he's so funny and very non-PC. But anyways, long story short, I called in and I told his mods who run his YouTube channel. I said, why don't you just look up the picture with McCain with the Al Qaeda wearing the ISIS pennant, and he said, or not the ISIS, but the Syrian pennant, and he told me there are 19 factions of ISIS leaders, and I said that doesn't make it right that a U.S. senator is wearing a Syrian pennant lapel. So he's naive, but I think I red pilled. There were over 400 people watching his channel. I think I red pilled.
Yeah,
I hope a ton. And you know what's even better, my friend, is that they even posted the picture of McCain with the Al Qaeda members, which we're all aware of, on his channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of people saw that and questioned it.
You know, there's never been a time, I think, where, you know, there's been so much quote unquote red pilling going on all over YouTube and people talking and this and that. But it's still frustrating because, well, it's funny because there's people like you and me and probably lots of your listeners that are, you know, we can talk about all these things and we know exactly what we're talking about. And yet, you know, as I step out into the real world right outside my door here, you know, you have people just going about their lives, which I understand. I mean, you know, people are just trying to go about their lives and pay bills and raise a family and have you know, fun and whatnot. And I get it. But man, once you dove into all these things that we've done and talked about and researched, and I mean, there is so much. And sometimes when I think nothing's happening, I just have to go on my favorite YouTube channels, you included.
Thanks, buddy.
And there's so much going on. There's so much going on.
Well, you know, and there's a ton going on, and you know, a lot of people, you know, they minimize what's how much information that these YouTube channels are taking in. Again, my friend, we are trying to compete with the mainstream media, which is completely corrupt. You know, we're trying not to step on each other's toes, and I agree.
So much happening.
There's a lot happening, but I can tell you one thing, that the best two channels to watch, and in no means am I biased, but the best two channels to watch are Red Pill 78 and T.R.U.reporting, man. I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, I got both you guys. Yeah, I got both you guys on the sub.
Well, me and I don't know if he said his name on his channel, but me and Red Pill, we talk a lot, and he's a good guy, and I've been talking about Red Pill just about every stream because he's so nice to me. He's older than me, and you know, he sent a lot of love this way, and the first person for me to promote, to send foot traffic towards, is Red Pill. You know, me and Red Pill are I appreciate him, and I consider him a patriot.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. You know, it just should be whoever can work together and wants to support each other, no problem. If you disagree with someone or it just doesn't vibe right, no big deal, you know, but we all are in this boat going the same way, you know. And
sure.
I kind of want to wrap it up here, but
go for it. I was
going to say, you know, Q said, you know, 2018 will be glorious. And I remember the big buildup towards the end of the year, like, are we going to get a huge drop or something? And, you know, here we are, March 2019. And maybe I'm starting to think maybe Q was saying 2018 will be glorious in the fact that after we get through maybe halfway to almost the end of 2019, we're going to look back as 2018 as the setup, you know, the big setup.
Well, I mean,
because,
go for it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, because, you know, like I said, you know, Hannity, you watch people like yourselves. I mean, look at Hannity. Hannity is sitting on the edge of his every day saying,
yes,
TikTok, big avalanche, so much more to come. And it's like he wants to spill the beans, but he can't quite do that yet. You know what I mean?
Dude, I totally agree with you. I watched the Devin. I watched it. If you watched the 6-minute interview with him and Devin Nunes, there is something on the brink. It's going to come out slow. It's going to come out slow because it has to. And you know, this 21-day countdown that everyone felt discouraged about. I really believe that we are. That again, a false flag happened at the 21st. It was what happened. There were kids set on fire in a bus today. I don't even know if you've noticed that. That happened.
Didn't hear that.
Yeah, that happened today. They were screaming, running. It was on footage. And then before that, you had the New Zealand attack. So, you know, anytime, and this happened last year when there was a countdown, Parkland happened. So, you know, my friends, you know,
you even mentioned it, right?
Absolutely. So that's a proof. It's a proof.
Right?
It's a proof.
Yeah.
And I knew that was going to happen. I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have to remember, and I've known this, for quite some time now, but it's like, if I can get online and see the Q posts and discuss it with YouTubers and be on YouTube, well, guess what? That means everyone can see it. Good guys, bad guys, deep state.
Oh, sure.
Whatever.
You, me, and the 300 people that are on this chat. We aren't the only ones looking at that Q board. That Q board is definitely a back channel to the American public, but it's also a back channel that the deep state looks at. And there's a lot of disinformation, rightfully so, that is there to screw them the fuck over.
Yeah. Thomas, it was my honor and pleasure to speak with you today and all your listeners. This is Bennett from Maui. Q is alive and well in Maui. Trump supporters are alive and well in Maui. And just keep doing all your strong work, man. We really appreciate you.
Hey, Bennett, thank you so much. I want you to call back anytime you get through, okay, my friend? Thank you for calling from Maui.
I will. I will, bud. You take care.
Bye-bye. Great caller, my friends. Yeah, so like I was saying, we're going to go to we're definitely going to we're going to go through some Awaken One. I'm drinking Coca-Cola right now. Coke Zero, to be honest. I got to lose weight. Guys, you would love the humor if I could just let loose, my friends. But I feel the need that you guys would get offended, so I don't do it. The comedic humor on this side of the channel would massacre the rest of these channels. I'm telling you. You got a live call in. Wait, no one else does this, my friends. Oh, time travel, I try my best. You're such a good boy. Brown Eyes Rule, I'm great. I'm great tonight. I work a full-time job outside.
Call from
Mark 10.
to accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hey, Mark, what's up, my friend?
Hey, Tom, how you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, I just had a little comment on the Julian Assange thing that I was told
Go for it.
many months before anyone ever else mentioned it, that our military went in there, parked a big truck in front block, threw a bag over his head, told him, we're the good guys, Julian.
Mm-hmm.
He walked right out with them. Believe me, he's safe and sound. I think Trump and Q are far more powerful than any one of us would believe. And the reason why they wouldn't release the code is because they were told not to. I'm sure they heard Julian Assange probably very easily called them up, whatever 10, 20 people he gave the code to, and said, hey, I'm fine. Don't worry. I'm safe now. And
well, I mean, I understand. You know, I mean, you do understand that WikiLeaks is completely turned against him.
Absolutely, yeah. They were murdering them guys, Julian Assange guys, and yeah, they said some of them suicided themselves, and no, that was corrupted a long time ago. I mean, that's
right. Yeah, but we're seeing it every day. It's more and more in the news. I know I've been reporting on it, and it's basically all we can do is hope that Julian Assange is alive. I believe he's alive. I believe I believe he's captured. To be honest, I don't believe him to be in a white hat state of safetyness. I believe that if it was that, then WikiLeaks would be running on a different more white hat state of mind, for lack of a better word.
Trump likes to hold all them cards in his sleeve. He really likes keeping his men. He's got a lot of up his sleeve, lots of aces. Believe that, bro. You have no idea. I mean,
well, I have an idea, and I just feel that I don't think that Trump will ever. I don't think Trump is ever going to comment on Julian Assange.
Yeah, well, we certainly will see. I mean, there's a lot of things that I've learned throughout the last 30 years that
sure
we've been going to Mars. I mean, we were given spacecrafts back in the 40s, and our guys have been going to Mars. I mean, not in the traditional rockets that we developed, but they have got inside of spaceships, alien spacecrafts, what we call UFOs, and gone to Mars on a secret mission. I mean, I think Q's even spoken about these secret missions. And you know what the reward is when they get back to Earth?
What's the reward?
They're assassinated.
Well, that doesn't sound like the work of a white hat.
No, but that was before the time of Trump anyway.
Sure.
What was going on then. I mean, there's so many things we don't know. One thing I did want to mention, the reason why I called is
sure.
I wanted to talk about Q's new post that he has. His picture in the background, it's like of the sea, the water.
Yes. That's General Michael Flynn.
Okay. If you take the clouds, right. Yeah, that's right. If you take the clouds and blow the clouds up, just expand your picture a little.
Okay.
It actually makes the form of a dragon.
Okay.
And right above the dragon's nose, you'll see a round spherical object. Okay? That's Planet X. He's trying to give the people a message. It's right there in plain sight. Just expand it a little bit and everyone will see it. Same thing with dark to light. Look at the time. I've sat here many times. I cannot tell you how many weird things that I've seen. Told me the sun was gonna set at a certain time. I'd wait 10 or 15 minutes. I can still see the sun. So from darkness to light, it also has a deeper meaning than the average person. I mean, if you
sure,
not many people are going to sit there with a stopwatch. I watch the sun rise up. I live next to the tracks, the railroad tracks, and I love to watch the sunset right over the tracks. I've watched it last year across the tracks. Now, it's not supposed to come back for about another 4.5 months. The next day, it was on the other side. It's not supposed to do that, Tom. The sun, it goes up, that's spring, and then it falls back down about 4.5 months later here in Cleveland. It varies depending on where you live. Something is happening. And it seems like no matter what I say, I just can't. I mean, think about it, Tom. I've been doing this for 30 years. I've been researching UFOs. But somehow I have the urge to tell people about the pole shift.
Okay.
It's somewhat related, but it's very important, that we inform the people. Because just the other day, I seen the sun move far away to the right. I was told this about 12 to 14 years ago, that that's what would happen. And all I'm telling you guys is that it's happening. Planet X is now moving in towards the Earth. And
well, a lot of people say this, Mark. I totally agree with you. I'll give you another minute to finish out what you got to say. Okay, go for it. Go.
Okay. All I'm saying is it's moving in, and what you're going to see is you're going to see massive earthquakes, massive volcanic eruptions. I am seeing train derailments every day. Some days I see 2 and 3 train derailments in one day. Everything is escalating, and everything will continue to escalate. And I just hope when you figure this out, you'll take some time and have some people come to your station, your program, and let everybody know what the truth is.
Hey, I let everyone in on my station, so you know.
God bless you for that, Tom. You're a great man.
Hey, you're a great friend, man. Call back anytime, and you always do, and I love it. I love it. Thank you, my friend. Guys, what a great stream. Are you having fun? Who's having fun? Picture fight. Can you put some links in for the PayPal and Patreon, please? I hope you guys are having a wonderful night, because I am. I'm having a. This is a really good discussion tonight. Use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. No one important is going to jail. I disagree. I completely disagree. If you think of John Brennan, James Clapper, Sally Yates, Valerie Jarrett, Lisa Page, a ton of people, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. These people are going to go to jail eventually. And I think the problem is that we're impatient. I think that's the problem. I hope a ton of people on the chopping block Patriot fight. Thank you, Martin Feliciano. Thank you. I don't know if you're talking about me or Tom Fenton, but either way, it's okay. It's Tom Stells, that's usual. The best channels are censored. Yeah, impatient. I think we're impatient. I get impatient all the time. I get pissed. Yeah, Patriot Fight, I agree. You have to take the head of the snake first, and then the rest will fall. I agree. Long Beach, California.
Call from
Rick from Southern California.
Hello, Rick. How are you tonight, my friend?
What up, Thomas? Oh my gosh. Trying to get in touch with you is kind of like calling the Rush Limbaugh show. You're that popular already.
Yeah, we get it gets running and we don't stop. What's on your mind, my friend? Good to hear from you.
Well, I just wanted to say first off, thank you so much for your videos. I've been watching you for about 6 months or so now. And you know, it was crazy hearing all the stuff you've had to go through and all that. And I understand how you're feeling. Sometimes when you go towards the right and go towards the light, even your friends and family turn on you, and it's hard. So,
yeah, that's already happened.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's crazy. I'm a singer saxophonist out here in California, and I'm in the jazz and R&B world.
Hey, if you hear the music that's on my stream, man, if you want to create me a intro outro, dude, I'll pay you, my friend.
You don't even have to pay me, but I would be happy to do that because I was actually going to tell you about that. But anyway, being in the jazz and R&B world, I'm predominantly majority of my clientele is African American, and they've been so lied to by the Democrats that I can't say anything. I have to keep myself getting to a point where I'm just like, I can't talk. I can't be silent anymore. There's so much stuff that you know, I have friends and family members, you know, that have pictures of Barack Obama on their wall and everything just because he's a black guy. They voted, and it's so sad because it you know, it's not about the color. It's about the policies and what are people going to do. And it's been so hard to really talk about that with some people. And it's funny when I go into a room, you know, and I have like one friend who's a Trump supporter, they're like, don't say anything. And I'm like, I
think it's where you live though, my friend. I think it's because you're in California, and you know, I follow a lot of people who are in California, and they're all completely brainwashed, and it's sad. And when you're on the outside looking in, it's even more painful, which is probably what you're going through.
Yeah, but luckily I've found some really cool online people, you know, YouTubers that are like BCP, Black Conservative Patriot. He's real cool.
Sure. He's called in on this channel.
John Williams. Oh my gosh, he's fantastic. I can't believe he gets away with what the stuff he says in LA. But I went to the Blexit rally, the first one that they had here in LA, and it was awesome. And they had Ann Coulter show up, and it kind of confused me because
she sucks.
Ann Coulter fan. It was confusing because I always used to like her, but then I started realizing she's not doing too hot. And then all this stuff in the last few weeks, and I'm like, wow. So they're infiltrating even some of the pro-Trump sections, you know. And I hope they don't have her at any more rallies, but
they won't.
You know, I wanted to say thank you for all your videos that you do. The GFS Global Bank video was so dope. It was so dope.
Oh, my friend. I'm glad I have you on the phone because, I try to, there's a lot. I want to put this out there real quick while everyone's listening, is that, a lot of people are like, are you pro Q? And of course I am, but there's other people out there that decode Q a lot better than me. And I like to bring you guys, I feel that a lot of the people that follow this channel are it's the same, 200 people that are in here every single time we're a close-knit group. And I try to bring you, I felt like the FEMA camp, the hydrogen cyanide being shipped in, and the Macaulay Culkin video. These videos have done very well that have nothing to do with Q. And I am very pro Q. Do I get frustrated with it? Yes, but I'm definitely pro Q, and I try to bring you guys a lot of stuff, and I love to do this live stream because I like to hear calls like you, my friend, because you say, hey, this is what I like, F you, this is what I didn't like. And that's what the point. That's what the point of this call-in show is, my friend.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of time, but I just want to reiterate, thank you so much. And because I keep checking inthematrix.com to see if they've added your channels and stuff to their page, and I've sent them messages, so hopefully they'll get.
No, he asked me, and I have not done it. That's on me.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to think that.
Should I?
I didn't want to find out.
Here's a question before you go. Should I do it?
Yeah, I totally think so. I watch the QMap .pub from there, and I get a lot of information from there. And their social media site is kind of cool. It's still a little buggy, but it's a cool spot to be. Being surrounded by other, QAnons and Trumpers and stuff like that. And I watched that speech today that he did at the tank rally.
Yes, there's a lot of innuendos there, my friend.
Oh, yeah, and I like the fact that he's getting more bold and brazen, because
he's pissed. He's pissed off, man.
Exactly, yeah, and he's getting tired of it, and it takes you guys to get that news because you're never going to see that on the mainstream.
No,
and
sir.
The people that are watching CNN at all are just totally lost to think that's even remotely. And the only reason that CNN has decent ratings is because they're in every airport, they're in every post office, or not post office, like a doctor's office, all that kind of stuff. Nobody's even watching, but the ratings are going because the TV's on. So, just keep doing what you're doing, man. We support you, and then I'll definitely work on some music. And I'm going to put a link in the thing for anybody that's, I'm going to send a Dropbox link to my entire new album. If anybody wants it, just download it, because you guys are all, I feel it's my only way to be able to give back to Trump supporters and conservatives like myself without having to put it on my public page where I'm going to get blasted by the other fans, the other people. So,
well, hey man, if you want to write me some intro music, definitely email me at T.R.U.reporting 1985 at Gmail.
Thanks, man. You have a great night.
You too, buddy. Thank you, my friend. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Call from
Corey.
Hey, Corey. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Yourself, Thomas?
I'm doing good, my friend. Go ahead.
Oh, yes. I just had a kind of question for you. With the JFK Jr., when asked if he's alive, doesn't QAnon say yes?
No, he said no.
He said no?
Correct. He did not specify.
Okay.
But disinformation is necessary.
Yes. And I was just curious, like if Pence's wife got a letter, and he might not be on the ticket for 2020.
No, watch.
Any thoughts on that?
Watch the wives. Watch the wives means that a lot of wives are in control. Like even if you can blend that into everyday life, your married friends, who controls the marriage? Most of the time it's the lady. I'm not being a chauvinistic asshole, but just be honest.
I hear you. Yeah, I just was just curious if you thought maybe he wouldn't be the vice for 2020. That's all.
No. I think Pence is okay. I believe that Praying Medic even absolved that. So, it is what it is. And again, I'm on the fence with this, but I believe that he could be okay. But I'm just bringing that forward to you and the listeners.
Okay. Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah. I was just gonna say that if JFK was, Jr. was alive, I thought maybe he would be the vice if Pence would be out because of the wife. That was just a theory, I thought.
Sure, I understand, my friend. Hey, if you have any other theories, you can call in and let us know, because that theory has definitely been talked about constantly, and it's okay to bring it up time and time again, in my opinion.
Yep. Well, hey, thanks a lot for taking my call.
All right, buddy. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Buck Swain, you do whatever you want to, man. You're my boy. Myrtle Beach.
Donna.
Donna, what is up, my neighbor? How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing really good.
I think we probably were neighbors. I used to work in Lake Wiley, so I know 803 very, very well.
Oh, okay. Don't dox me. Don't dox me. I'm just kidding.
I won't. I have a question for you, and I've thought about this quite a bit.
Go for it,
I know you and plenty of people have too. A lot of talk about, starting new platforms that are exclusively for people who are like-minded. I feel that in a lot of ways that would be like, churches who splinter off, and it kind of consolidates the message, but it also limits the spreading of truth as well. Do you think it's better to just stay strong on, platforms that may not be agreeable to what we have to say until we are the predominant voice?
No. I think if you are, because if you keep your mouth sealed, I think that makes you a normie. I think if you want to express what you want to, you're a smart lady. You're calling into the show. You're a smart lady. So,
Absolutely.
I think that there's ways to bleed it into a normie's, definitely to bleed it into their lifestyle, because it's just like, I'm going to a baby shower this Saturday. Do you think we're not going to talk about Q? They get the hell out of here. Of course,
Absolutely.
I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to try and red pill as many people as I can. Have I lost my friends and family? Absolutely. But I have one friend. Who I've known since I was 3 years old, and he moved to Boston. Now he lives in Florida, and he's lost a ton of friends too, and he's very successful. And me and him talk about it. He's the second guy behind this channel, and that's whose baby shower I'm going to. Him and his wife, and of course we're going to talk about Q, and we're going to try and red pill as many people as we can. And I suggest the same thing for you. Don't sound crazy. Don't ambush them. But you're a smart lady, and I think you can eavesdrop on them, and you can kind of slither in. You can snake your way in and red pill them. That's what I suggest you do.
Absolutely. I'm a hairdresser, so
Oh, you're all about the talking. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think you and I are in agreement. What I'm saying is, I don't think we should be isolated. I think we should, try and be as out there as we can. I'm amazed at how many people, when I drop just a little bit of suggestive wording, how many people feed it right back to me, like, oh yeah, definitely, or they'll start saying the alphabet,
sure,
and skip the Q, or something like that. And so what I was asking you is, it seems like there really aren't any forums that are exclusively for us, and people keep saying we need to, not be on YouTube, or not be on Twitter, or not be on these different things, because we seem to be censored. But I think it's really important to stay in amongst people who need to know the truth, rather than shuttle ourselves into an isolated corner where, we're all in agreement.
No, can I ask you real quick? How did you find out about this channel being from Myrtle Beach? I like it because you're not far from me.
Well, I was in Gaffney. My son went to college out there, so I've kind of been in both places.
Sure.
For the longest time, and I don't know. I gave up on the dating scene a long time ago and just started learning as much as I possibly could, truth about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I fell into you.
Well, I'm glad. I like to see South Carolinians, fall into place. And you know what's going to be awesome? I hope to meet you. I hope to meet a lot of people at these rallies coming up in 2020.
Absolutely. Well, actually, I was one of the things that really got me behind Trump. It was right around Thanksgiving of 2015. He came to Myrtle Beach Convention Center, and it was nuts. That place was crazy. It was filled with people from all over the place.
Sure.
This man.
You're well aware of Tracy Beans, aren't you?
Absolutely.
She's from Myrtle Beach.
She is. Oh, that's cool.
Yes, ma'am. I met
from here.
Well, she's not from there. She lives there. She's from New York, but I met her in Columbia, South Carolina, and me and her were in the line. We did interviews with the local news in Columbia, and they were asking why you're here. We dropped QAnon and everything.
Sweet.
Yeah, and she was a sweetie and very kind. I'm not going to get further into it, but yeah, she was a very nice lady, and I wish the best for her. But yeah, she's definitely in Myrtle Beach. I don't know if she's in North or South Myrtle Beach, but next time there's a I'm going to go to a ton of of Southeast rallies when he runs for 2020 for sure. So maybe you'll see me around.
That would be that particular night was the night that he got in trouble for making fun of that handicapped reporter or whatever.
Who cares? That's amazing. I love it.
I have his whole entire speech on my cell phone, and I still do. I keep it on my SD card, and I have shown so many people. And some people didn't want to see it, but I was able to show quite a few people, and they're like, "Wow, he didn't make fun of him at all." And I said, "I know, it's right there. He didn't." A lot of people just don't want to know the truth.
No, I mean they're ignorant, but I appreciate your call and call back anytime. Good to hear from you, neighbor.
Absolutely. Sure thing, neighbor. Hope to see you at a rally.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Wow. Who's having a great night? If you are, you can donate to this channel by going to my PayPal or my Patreon in the description box below. Or you can go to the money sign at the bottom of the chat. That is called a super chat. You can click on it and donate whatever amount of money a couple people have. I would greatly appreciate it. I am going to release a video here tonight. I'm having a great night, to be honest with you.
Call from
You got to leave your name or I'm not going to answer. It's open forum. Paul, Tinny, open forum, whatever you want to talk about. We've had a lot of great conversations tonight. Hey, Barry Powell, thank you, my friend. Quinte, Ralph Riley on the beach. Buck Swain. Buck Swain's a great person. Great humor. I know he is because we have talked.
Call from
Buck Swain, why don't you call in, man? He says he's having a blessed night. Just got off from Bible Club and I'm eating some homemade potato and bacon soup.
Call from
Doug.
Hey, Doug, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you, my friend?
Doing
doing all right. Hey, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to get your, let you talk about it, get off the air and not take up your whole night here. The deal with the Roundup.
Sure.
The government talking, with the, good grief, Roundup and all the, help me out here a little bit.
Are you talking about the Roundup with the deep state?
No, the cancer and the Roundup, spraying Roundup everywhere. Do you think that the government
yes
is actually letting that go? It's in our food,
sure.
waters.
So, this is
I'll get your theory on it and let you talk about it.
Sure.
Because, in our area, it's rampant. And thanks for taking my call tonight.
Yeah, my friend. So, very good call. What I suggest is I'm going to do a podcast on aluminum. A lot of people think that aluminum is not. Aluminum is in the air. It's in our food. It's in processed food. There's a lot of bad things within aluminum. And what I suggest is that you stay away from processed foods. And the gentleman is right. Roundup does cause cancer. The job that I do deals with Roundup, and I try and stay away from it. And my friends, if you care about me and you care about this channel, you'll support it with Patreon or PayPal to get me away from dealing with Roundup, because I deal with it every single day. I deal with pesticides, and I do not want to deal with it any longer. It's not good for me.
Call from.
So this is very real. This is the whole point of me trying to go full-time with YouTube, because I do not want to do any more with this. It's not fun, but I have to do it. I have to have insurance. This is the reality of it. And before we move any further, I have yet to address this. It's been many, many weeks since I've addressed this, and I told you that I would on Twitter. I am definitely going through a separation from my family, and it is not fun. It's a very sad thing that's going on. I'm definitely going through a separation, and also I am definitely going through moving into an apartment, and I'm trying to get away from working full time and trying to move into a
Call from.
Neo.
Accept, press 1. To
Check
send a
this out.
voicemail, press.
Hey Mio, how's it going, my friend?
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, nothing, my friend. How's it going?
Good, man. I just recently started watching. I think your 100,000th subscriber, and
thank you.
Slow down. Well, yeah, I talked to you that day, but I'm a friend of Jared's. Me and him work together on Informative Info, and I have my own show.
I love Jared. He's a very good guy.
Yeah, that's my boy right there. So, but yeah, he's the one that got me onto you.
Well, tell him thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I don't usually watch, maybe like IPOT, like Pursuit of Truth. That's the only one.
Sure.
I started watching you. Dude, you're like the nicest guy on the internet. Seriously, you're like the nicest fucking guy on the internet.
Well, dude, I try my best, man. This is, I like I said, I come on here and I do the best thing that I try to give the best information that I can, and I try to be, I don't want to be I don't want to be a negative. I want to be like this is a family. God, we're getting calls like crazy.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have 100,000 subscribers. 124 now. Damn, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I was talking to Jared, and he was
Did he quit? Hey, by the way, is he done?
No. If he did this episode, it's something stupid. He wrote on a title, "This is my last episode," because he wanted to get more viewers for that episode. It was shady, but it was hilarious.
Okay. I know he's doing a comedy thing now. That's cool.
I forgot what that's called, but yeah, me and him are doing something, and then he's got informative info, and then he's got another one where he's trying to do some comedy. I go in there and I do all the Q disseminations.
Sure.
And I was wondering if you want, man, like, I'd appreciate if you check out some on informative info, like yesterday. And you'll see it has my name on the title, but I was serious before when I talked to you for a really brief minute about maybe working with you. And I like your disseminations, but you called me an autist, I guess. You're the only person that's ever done that.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. On the chans, it's weird. Like we just make fun of people when we say that shit to them. But
well, no, I mean my son has autism, and I think my son is one of the smartest people I've ever met, and he has autism.
Yeah. Well, in our movement,
it's a compliment. Hey, it's a compliment.
Yeah. That's what I meant. In our movement, it's a compliment. That's what I meant. I was
there you go.
Like it's the best compliment. So
sure.
But yeah, man, I'd love to do disseminations with you one time, man. Like I try to network. Human Sensor is about 16,000 now. We're nowhere near you, but I'm really accessible, and I just love networking with different people.
Dude,
movement, and
I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of people that want to network, and I'm all for it. You know, obviously I'm going to vet you because when I was coming up, which was the very beginning, this was a month after, Q started. I vetted, I asked for Jordan Sather, Praying Medic, Corticon, everybody. And I said, listen, I appreciate you guys. I look up to you guys, and, I'm bigger than some of the biggest. And, I'm grassroots, I'm real, and you know it. And, if you want to get up with me, you can email me and we can talk, or you can call me again on here, my friend. And, and by all means, when I said you were an autist, that was a compliment. By no. Yeah.
I know it was. I know. I was on the show when you were on with informative info with Jerry. I actually called in. I was on there for a little bit talking to you guys. But
cool.
Anyway, dude, I've been in this since February. I've been behind the scenes, but like on the chance, we don't name track. Like I didn't want to really. I don't know if you ever heard of Shaka Shakur. Like he got me.
No.
I did an interview with him. Well, you should. He's cool as hell, man. Like he's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I've been in this for just as long as you have, dude. I've been behind the scenes. But,
sure, man. That's awesome.
I'm talking, and when I'm talking about networking, like right now, like one dissemination with you. That's all I want. Just one dissemination with you.
What do you want to talk? I mean, like I said, if you want to email me, dude, I see every email that comes through. And if the email is an article that I'm interested in, I'm definitely going to reply. And definitely if somebody comes through me through PayPal, I'm going to reply. Anything with that. That's a way to get my attention, because so many emails and so much information comes through this channel. It's hard for me, as literally this is a one-man show, to keep up with hundreds of thousands of people. You understand?
Yeah. What is your opinion on Dark to Light?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's string. Oh, okay.
Fill all of us in. There's 300 people listening. Go for it.
Okay. You hear those sayings. Q says those things over and over. The same things over and over. You hear like, panic in DC. The clock is ticking. Follow the 10. Watch the water. Dark to light.
Absolutely.
You're familiar? Yeah. Okay. Those are called stringers, right? A stringer is something you follow.
Sure.
It's a pattern. So, like I've been working on some disseminations with some people, and that's why I love networking. You're a sharp guy, and I want to get your point of view on it. But I found like deviation, similar deviation, what's it called? Standard deviation. It's one of the reasons Q brought up the empirical rule, the standard deviation of improbability. It's crazy. If you turn on the Varkonde Mansfeld, this video will get Donald Trump elected, right? At 2 minutes and 15 seconds exactly, it's the Earth dark. 2 minutes 35 seconds, the Earth light. Now, every time that video posts, almost every time, if you look a couple posts back, a couple posts forward, it says dark to light. Then there's posts with Ronald Reagan that do the same thing. It sets a marker, like the We the People. Ronald Reagan, the big government, government's too big. It says We the People 5 times, and when 1 minute, 41 seconds, dark.
Sure.
1 minute, 45 seconds, light. And anyway, you follow those deviations. It all started from the first dark to light on the video that POTUS showed Kim Jong, whatever, from North Korea. Yeah. I would get ill and mixed up. But it started the marker, the first marker ever. It's 1 minute and 7 seconds. And you add all those markers up, and it tells you a specific it's complicated, but there's so many like that, like the Watch Pen EO, the Panic in DC, House of Cards. There's just so many that I'd like to get out there to people, because these are things that we talk about all the time on the chans or like in our network, and there aren't many people that are familiar with them. But
so you're on the chans a lot. You're on the chans a lot.
Oh, fuck. Hell yeah! I started out in the days of mute, like on fucking on 4chan. Way back before we sold it to the Japanese dude.
Then why don't you have my email? Don't you? Do you have my email?
No, I never tried to contact you. I just thought
why
I saw you. Like I said, I was never really. I do my own thing. I only got like 1,000 subscribers, but
it doesn't matter. But that's what you said. You're all about networking. Why wouldn't you network? Yeah. If you're always on the chans and you find good stuff, you could send it to me. Dude, I'll credit you. Dude, I will build your channel like there's no tomorrow, man. I do this for other people. I've done this for myself, dude.
Again,
oh, no. Well, my phone just died. I guess that means that this chat is over. That this stream is over. My friends, I'm about to do a not a live stream, but actually a couple podcasts. I'm going to stay up late because I did not do one yesterday. So, Ashley87, I do not know if he wants to email me. If anybody wants to email, you can at T.R.U.reporting 1985 at Gmail. You can definitely go there and send me any information. People do it all the time. So if you want to, you're definitely more than welcome to. Thomas, it hurts being separated from your family. Always remember we love you and you are our family. Thank you, Debbie. Very kind. Yeah. Jared from Informative Info is a good dude. Funny guy. I like him. I like comedy, and you guys know it. Tacos 4QE17. Thank you for standing by. Windfeather, thank you, my friend. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful night. I wish I could play some music. I guess I could. We could do some music this way before we. I don't want to end it out being a bum, right? All right. Let's do some music before we get out of here. I can't believe my phone died tonight. There you go. Are we good? Yeah, we'll do some old school-ish. Guys, I had a wonderful evening with you. You know, I want to do a group meetup. We need to do this soon. Yeah, Maddie Ice, you did miss. It's okay, my friend. But no matter what, We're fam. We're always fam, and I'm going to do a live stream, or excuse me, a podcast. After this, I will drop 2. One tonight, one tomorrow. So definitely, my friends, if you enjoy this and you found it informative, please donate. You can definitely do that. I'm going through some tough times. Let's just be honest. I don't like sympathy. I don't like empathy or pity. You know, I'm a man. I'm MAGA, and I do not like to push that forward. But I want to be transparent because transparency is key, as Q has told us. So definitely, if you would care to donate to this channel, you may do so by going to my Patreon, and which is in the description box below and also within the chat. So you can also go to the super chat, which is down below the chat. If you want to donate, you most certainly can. If not, please leave a like. If you are not financially able to, just leave a like. I would love it. My friends, I bring you the best of news that I can bring forward to you, and I greatly appreciate every single one of you coming forward. Hope you have a wonderful night. God bless you. God bless America. Have a great night. Bye-bye.